Oh, it's happening.
The very first time she touched him, it was just magical. I was really unsure as to whether it would work out. Luca's a big dog, and Huckleberry weighed about 4 pounds. But she sort of reached out, kneading on his neck.
Are you petting Luca?
And he was very careful and gentle. And I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, they're gonna be friends. I was hesitant to bring another animal into the situation with Luca. But my neighbor texted me one day. He said, there's this little kitten crying in the bushes. She was so clearly terrified, but also in desperate need of help. And she was dragging her right front leg. So I went over there. I kind of cornered her a little bit behind a bush. And I just put her in a backpack and I took her to our house. Luca, he was very excited around kitties at that time. So I kept them separated for a while. He had to get used to her smell and get used to knowing that she was there kind of slowly. But after Huckleberry was kind of acclimated, I would leave the baby gate off. And the first time they met was magical. Luca was sound asleep on his back. And Huckleberry was then touching him and batting at him. So you could tell she felt 100% safe with him. Regarding her leg, at the hospital, they thought it was a birth defect. They were worried that the bone could poke through. So they did tell me that it would need to be amputated because she was dragging it. So I took her in for her surgery. I picked her up later that day. I would take Luca in there daily so that he could play with her and she could see him. And he knew that he had to be more gentle with her. He would come in and he would just curl up on that big dog bed, and then she would curl up with him. You know how kitties do the biscuit baking thing? She does that to him with the one paw. That's the cutest thing in the world. Pretty soon after she was healed, they started wrestling, which is so funny because Luca weighs 83 pounds. Luca will be laying on his back and Huckleberry's jumping all over him. If she feels like playing, she'll go up and bite his feet. At first he's kind of like, stop it, go away. But then he gets into it. It has turned out to be the greatest gift. She was meant to be with us. She has never, not once, ever scratched him. He's always respected her. There's no doubt they love each other.